now at PPS, Prestige Panel Craft and Servicing, who are taking the brave job on of the bodywork on the Celica. That's the Celica handed over to PPS. I'm sure it's in safe hands.
We're excited to be on board, get it looking like a proper show car.
Come on, mate, I've got a job for you.
Welcome back to the Celica build battle. It's been an emotional roller coaster, but Luke's here with us today and we're going to talk around what we've been up to over the last few weeks. He's been the saviour of this build, and please give him a follow on Instagram at L7UEW. Since the body shop folded, Luke and I have been working weekends and evenings to keep this project alive. So a big thank you.
It's all right, I'm
Thanks
still here.
for saving the day. And we'll give you a little tour around what we've been up to. So as you can see, the car's been completely sanded down here. We've done all the bodywork, all the panels. We'll discuss the panels individually in a moment. Luke, do you want to explain a bit about the arches? Because obviously that's really been
effectively, everything had to come back off. Everything, all the arches I had to cut, regrind, just because the metal behind was absolutely rotten.
Yeah.
So everything cut back off and started from fresh. So all the metal was taken away. Any rust parts we sort of patched up, welded, retreated the whole arch, and then it was a sense putting the puzzle back together. Yeah. We cut it in sections, so we had bits at each time taken off and then put back as one, and obviously blended back in.
And obviously, I brought it down to you with the
that's
little
it,
box
yeah, the big section missing. So
with the rust treatment, and obviously you've gone to town on that,
that's
and making it all nice and smooth.
And trying to get it back to sort of flow back to how it was. We've changed the design slightly, where before it looked like a bolt-on arch, but now we're trying to blend that in just to make it flow. Where you look at the front arches, it all sort of blends in as one. Yeah. So trying to keep it all uniform and try and make it a bit different, really, because we want to make a new car from an old car. So little touches like that, not everyone would notice, but we will. Yeah. So it just makes it look good.
Of a nod back to the old days where everything was smoothed in.
Everything was smoothed in nicely. And it just makes that little bit of difference and nice little touches that everyone would notice, hopefully. So.
Thanks for welding in on the tailgate as well.
Got rid of those holes.
Yeah, so the spoiler's now officially gone.
Spoiler gone, yeah. It's a bit,
and the rear wiper.
And the rear wiper. Go for that smooth look again. Try and make it, again, little touches, just to make it look a little bit different.
Oh yeah, we also have to cover the seals that had quite a bit of rust down on the lower sections that are along here.
Hidden little gems under here, basically. It didn't look too bad, but once you start digging, and obviously there's quite a fair amount of filler in there once upon a time, it had all sunk through, moisture had got through, so we ended up cutting out such big areas just to get underneath. And we managed to have slight access to get from underneath, just to treat everything. Luckily, they were still solid, so it was all surface, but eventually it all started coming through the layers.
And this is really the part where people don't see what's involved in fitting one of these kits, you know? Like, even for myself, when we bought this car, the idea was we bought a car with a kit pre-fitted, so we thought, oh, that'd be a bit of a breeze, but it's been a bit of a...
Starting from fresh again, taking it all off.
Baptism of fire, because everything's had to come off to go back on, which ultimately is a lot of labour time. Also, we took the windows out as well, now getting ready for the full repaint, so that's just given us a little bit of accessibility, and we're fortunate that there wasn't really any rust to deal with.
There's no rust, a bit of paint flaking in areas, same as in the guttering when we looked before, when we took this panel off, a lot of flaky paint. I wouldn't say where it's been prepped badly, but just time and age, you know, where it's sat for so long, paint has flaked, so it's just trying to get in all the areas to make sure we've got a good base, and it won't flake again.
Need some new trims as well, I think, for these. They're a bit bowed,
I think I broke them out, so, no.
Yeah, I think they actually fell out, didn't they?
Yeah,
when we
pretty
turned
much,
up the first time.
It's like the rest of the car, every nut and bolt we touched was rusty, so a lot of things. The angle grinder was definitely used heavily on this one.
So with the bumper, we've got a bit of a before and after here, so I've prepped up one half of the bumper. This bit we haven't done yet. It can show you really the age of the paint, and obviously some of this is stone chips, but a lot of it is where there was moisture that was getting into cracks and previous damage. So yeah, it's kind of a before and after split down the middle. It's going to show that we're also going to do this a little bit differently as well. We're going to paint a black section on the inside here, so it's got a wider mouth. Just for a little bit of a different look, really, isn't it?
So, breaks it up, doesn't it?
Yeah, and probably get rid of the canards as well. I think they've had their day. The carbon mirrors are currently with RG Motorsport. They're lacquering them for us and kind of getting them back to their best. They deal with a lot of carbon down to the Evos that they work on, so hopefully they can help us out with the splitter as well. As for the doors, we've got a bit of a before and after yet again, so this one's been repaired. So from the previous episode, you'll see that there was rust on both front corners. This one's all done, ready to go, and the other one there by Luke is
what
just
we had
in
to
the
deal
process.
with. Yeah, again, pretty solid, but just over years, it's just getting worse and worse. So where that's been addressed nicely now, we'll do the same with this one as well.
Yeah, perfect. So that's pretty much been most of our evenings and weekends taken up, isn't it?
That is our life.
Yeah.
No life anymore, but it'll be worth it.
So just going back over some of the most recent mods, obviously you can see that we've got the tyne coilovers here. They were installed by RG Motorsport. We touched briefly on that in the last episode. In addition to this, and one of the big bugbears I had with the car, with the big rims, is that these piddly little brakes look horrific behind the 19s. So this is the size we're going for. The discs are en route at the moment, but you can see there's a huge difference between the two. So hopefully that'll fill out the wheel quite nicely. Whilst it's been here with Luke, we've been proceeding to put the Dynamat in place. Big thank you to Dynamat Europe, who have been really kind enough to help us out with some of their best extreme product, which we're going to run all the way through to help with the audio. Obviously, it is a tinny Jap car, so the more soundproofing we can get in, the better. Obviously, we'd like to do the rear brakes as well, because we're going to have the same issue with the rears, but unfortunately, there isn't really any kits available, and what there is seems to be around about the £2,000 mark. So we haven't got the budget for that. So just if you ever see the car when it's finished, don't look at the rears. Moving on, we've also got a titanium exhaust, which we hope to get installed by Maidstone Exhaust and Tyre Centre when they do the Kumo tyres, because that's something else that we've got in the pipeline. And now it's really a case of just moving on and showing you what we've been up to in the last few weeks with the bodywork. That's it for today's video. Thanks for watching. Luke and I are going to continue to carry on with the Celica outside of working hours. We promise you it won't be another year before you see the car. We have a new spray booth coming down in a few weeks' time. From there, we're going to take a next episode to visit BSB, choose some paint colours, lay some primer down, and we'll go from there. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon. Okay.
Right. Can we count you in?
You can do. I'm going to f*** up anyway.
So as soon as I start walking back, just follow me.
A few moments later.
It's been an emotional roller coaster, but thanks to Luke, who's saved us. I've f***ed it up already. So I've been working now with Luke for several weeks, and he's taught me how to line the holes up. Forgot everything that we just said. Got to make the joke about the year thing, haven't I? That's it for this. Are you filming all this? Keep going, it's better content than what I've got. I should have set a workout on my phone.
Get the extra steps in.
Now your phone just think you're